Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Come on, tap on in here. Everyone check on in. Let's get some people in here live. And waiting for people to come on in, come on in. Anyways, welcome back to chemistry class. I am glad to have those who will be coming in, dropping some gems today. Hey, sissy. I am just waiting on some more people to come on in here. Let me tell people on Instagram that I am live. Stick on in there with me. All right, tell some people that we are live. Anyways, I am Professor Health, also known as my alter ego, Asha the Alchemist. I am your friendly neighborhood healer, but not your average dope dealer. And today, I'm going to drop some gems, but I'm going to touch on some dope that's out here being sold legally in the market to you guys that could possibly be affecting your eyes, more than likely affecting your eyes. And actually, those side effects are going to tell you that it's going to affect your eyes, but who really reads those side effects, those inserts? I do, but that's why I'm here. So I'm going to share my knowledge with you guys. So we're going to get started in a second. Just waiting on some more people to pull on into the streams so that I don't have to be saying myself over and over and repeating myself over and over and over again. So people like to tend to come on in here a little after the start time. So let's go ahead and give them some time to come on in here. In the meantime, while we're waiting, what you can do is go ahead and write down any type of questions that you may have about eye health. And then if they're not answered during the broadcast, that I can try to answer them afterwards. If you're on YouTube, I'm streaming live on Instagram on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, note that when I start sharing the screen, I will not be able to see your comments. So if you have a comment, I can address it after I pull up the presentation on YouTube, or you can put your questions on Instagram and I can see them as I'm actually recording. So YouTube, I'll get to your questions, but just know that I will address them after the presentation. So let's get started with the presentation. And I'm going to share some dopeness. Matter of fact, I'll do that right now. I have a show coming up where I'm doing a launch at a new store on Saturday in Waldorf, Maryland. And I'm going to tap on that question, Sissy, in the actual presentation. But yes, someone asked, can vision be restored naturally? Yes, it can be. So this is the Sprinkle Me Stash Box. For those who don't know what the Sprinkle Me Stash Box is, it has 3 of my very own alkaline spices and or seasonings in here. We have the Fiesta, the 24 karat, and the not garlic. I'm going to show you guys the actual box. So this is what it looks like in here. These packages are ready to go for Saturday. And if you're interested, we have the cookbook and the Sprinkle Me Stash Box bundle for $40 available on the website. Limited quantities are available. All right, let's go ahead and tap onto this. Let me know if you can or cannot see the screen. You won't be able to see it on Instagram. You will be able to see it on YouTube. So YouTube, I'm about to open up the presentation. So you will not be able, I will not be able to see your questions right now. So hold them till The end. Okay, so March, amongst many things being Women's History Month, I was honored by our city, DC, on Instagram, where they did post your girl and do a bio about me. So shout out and thank you to our city, DC. I'm actually going to be creating content for our city, DC as well, or just we're going to be sharing each other's platform or cross marketing. So you will see some of my content on there coming forward or going forward. So the presentation, Eye Health Awareness Month, is in March. Also, along with kidney awareness, we have multiple sclerosis awareness. There are many things that are being celebrated in the month of March, or either bring awareness to, and that one of them is eye health. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So eating carrots will improve my vision. I want to know who out there thinks that eating carrots will improve their vision. Do you believe that is a myth or nah? So let me know what you're thinking, and then I will look at that and address that on YouTube later. So here are some eye health basics. Have you visited the optometrist or ophthalmologist for an annual or biannual checkup for preventative measures? So an optometrist, a myth. That is so correct. Thank you. Right there, Chiffon Visionary Cuisine. You already know the game. So optometrist versus ophthalmologist. There is a difference. Yes, there is. And it's okay if you didn't know. A lot of people don't know that. They just say, let me go get my eyes checked by the eye. They're different. Some people just get their eyes checked at their physician or their primary care physician or a pediatrician or whatever. But there are eye specialists. So optometrist and ophthalmologist. Hey, hey, hey. So optometrist is a primary care or basic eye care specialist who can examine, diagnose, and medically treat eye conditions, right? They do eye exams, they do vision tests, they prescribe eyeglasses and contact lenses. They monitor disease-related eye conditions, such as anything related to diabetes. And they also manage and treat, I should say, dry eyes and glaucoma. So dry eyes and glaucoma. Ophthalmologist is a doctor who specializes in surgical procedures of the eye, right? This information comes straight from healthline.com. They do eye exams, medical care for glaucoma, chemical burns, iritis, which is the inflammation of the iris, surgical care for cataracts, glaucoma, diagnosis and treatment of disease related to eye conditions, diabetes. So, hey, welcome on in here, Corinne. So we have eye conditions such as diabetes, which is called diabetic retinopathy. There's going to be damage to the retina due to diabetes. We have arthritis, high blood pressure, and they also perform plastic surgery related to the eyes. So, Corinne, you're just coming in on here. Let us know, do you think that carrots help with eye vision? Is it true or is it a myth? So let's go into some time frames and insurance coverage. Under the Affordable Care Act, which is also known as Obamacare, children up until the age of 19 can receive vision screening. Now, vision screening can be performed by a pediatrician. You think it's a myth? Okay, we're going to go into that. It can be performed by a pediatrician or a family physician or primary care physician, coverage at no charge. So up until the age of 19, and as of November 2020, this was still in effect. Now, if this is changed during administrations, I am not sure. That would have to be double checked. But as of November 2020, children up to 19 could still receive vision screening at no cost. Now, vision screening and eye exams are two totally different things. Just like the optometrist and ophthalmologist is two totally different specialists, a vision screening and a comprehensive eye exam is two totally different things. Hey, I'm Brenda. So a comprehensive eye exam is performed by an eye doctor, which can be your optometrist or your ophthalmologist. Now, the vision care coverage is not mandated for adults under the Affordable Care Act. So some insurance plans offer vision coverage, or as an adult, you can opt to select your own vision plan, which is going to be additional cost to your other insurance. So vision screenings, like I said, can be performed by a pediatrician, family physician, or primary care physician. That's just your basic eye testing, like, oh, how are your eyes working out? but they are not at the level where they are specialists, where they can perform comprehensive eye exams. And that can be like dilating the pupils or even going into any type of further extensive examination. That is done by a specialist. But if you need to just go get your eyes checked, but you don't have any issues, you don't think you're having any issues, that can be done with a primary care or pediatrician or family physician up until the age of 19. Now, if you are an adult and you want to go just get a vision screening, you don't think you have anything going on with your eyes, you can do that, but there is possibly going to be a charge, a cover charge, right? You have to pay that copay. So, diabetics are recommended to have a comprehensive dilated eye exam yearly. Why? Because diabetics have a high propensity to have eye condition or eye diseases related to diabetes, which is called diabetic retinopathy. So, diabetics, you know one, you are one, you should be getting your eyes checked on a regular basis, which is going to be a yearly exam, just to make sure that sight is functioning, right? So eye conditions are high among children from birth all the way up until the age of 18. Kids under the age of 18 can visit a pediatrician and they can get their vision screening at their pediatrician. However, kids under the ages 20 to 39, adults, that's about ages 20 to 39, about every 5 years, right? This is if you don't have anything wrong with your eyes, at least to what you know, to your knowledge, there's nothing wrong with your eyes, right? If there is something wrong with your eyes, this can be determined at your vision screening, more than likely with your primary care physician, and they can go ahead and they can write you a recommendation for optometrist or ophthalmologist. Hey, Mix. So ages 40 to 54, every 2 to 4 years. So as you can see, the older you get, the scale is basically saying you need to go ahead and get your eyes checked even more often. So ages 55 to 64, every 1 to 3 years, and ages 65 and up every 1 to 2 years. And this is stated by Aetna, the insurance plan. Now, if you do have conditions with your eyes, like I said before, or if you're diabetic, you should be going to see a specialist more often than not. Now, diseases that can damage the eye. We've talked about this. Diabetes, briefly. Diabetic retinopathy, the damage to the blood vessels that supply the eyes, and can also lead to cataracts and glaucoma. As we said, diabetics are recommended to have a comprehensive dilated eye exam yearly. They're going to put those eye drops in your eyes. They're going to do an extensive exam. They want to know what's going on up in there, right? So high blood pressure equals hypertensive retinopathy. We all know that from chemistry class, that high blood pressure is also noted and called hypertension. So what's associated, or the eye disease associated with high blood pressure, is going to be called hypertensive retinopathy. We know that retinopathy has to do with the eyes. Just think of retina. We have diabetic retinopathy. Now we're speaking of hypertensive retinopathy. So that will do damage to the blood vessels that supply the eyes. Now, sickle cell anemia. From chemistry class, we all know that anything ending in the suffix MIA or EMIA has to do with iron. So sickle cell anemia is a red blood cell disorder where the cells are going to become sickled. Now, this will change the shape or conformation or configuration of the blood cell, right? This will block the blood vessels in the eyes and cause damage to the retina. So 3 diseases that we just learned about can cause damage to the eye. 1 being diabetes, 2 being high blood pressure, 3 being sickle cell anemia. Now, what do all of these diseases listed have in common? If anyone can tell me, or anyone can just go ahead and jump out the porch on this one, what do all of these diseases listed have in common? Let me know. Let me see. Is anyone on IG could go out there and throw out what do they think all of these diseases listed have in common? We just covered them. If you guys are following, you know I like to ask questions back in chemistry class. I do like a class participation. So if you're on YouTube, I cannot see your commentary right now, but I will address it if you do go ahead and put the answer in there. However, I'll go ahead and tell you guys, what do all these diseases have listed in common? Damage to the blood vessel or blocking the blood vessel, right? Iron. Oh, yes. Mika, thank you for that. I was just about to explain that. Okay, so the blocking to the blood vessels, right? Or damage to the blood vessel. So what do we learn in chemistry class? What is the mineral, the go-to mineral for when there's anything involving blood? The blood. Someone has already mentioned it. Mika, thank you for your class participation. She said iron. Yes. Iron is going to be the go-to mineral when there's anything involving the blood, right? So this is what they all have in common. Because they all have in common damage to the blood vessel or blocking of the blood vessel, as a neurotic, as a follower in my chemistry class, you know that, wow, a light bulb goes off. I need some iron. So that is the go-to mineral, and that's what all these diseases listed have in common. You're going to need some iron. So I talked about being not your average dope dealer, right? I'm out here in the streets, I'm giving people what they need, right? And this comes to the form of health education, and it comes to the form of alkaline products. So I'm selling dope, but it's just dope in a different way. So let's talk about legal dope that causes eye disease, right? Let's talk about legal dope that causes eye disease. Now, I like to cover in chemistry class, I like to talk about the pharmaceuticals. You guys know that. I love to talk about chemicals. So I gotta throw that in here for y'all, because this is that legal dope that's out there in the streets that you need to know about, because someone you know is taking it, or maybe yourself is taking it. So I'm here to inform you. So sildenafil, we talked about this before, but also known as Viagra. We know that blue pill used to treat what? Erectile dysfunction, right? ED. That can cause blue vision, blurred vision, eye pain, and light sensitivity. Also optic neuropathy. So it can damage your eyes. Basically, all that what I just said is that it can damage your eyes. Cooley in the cut, thank you for coming over to Instagram. I hope that you still are on YouTube. I don't know if you are, but that helps my algorithm. Team Bay, Key Bay in the house. Thank you everyone for following me. I really appreciate it. And just shout out to everyone that does follow me, because this week I reached 1,000 followers, and that allows me to have a little bit more flexibility on Instagram as far as being a business. What up, cuz? Okay, great. Cooley in the cut. Thanks, sissy. Getting back to the legal dope that's out here on the street, right? They out here moving that dope. So isotretinoin. Tongue twister, right? Isotretinoin, also known as Accutane. We all know what Accutane is. We've heard these commercials because they're always selling you all this crap on TV, right? Accutane, used for acne. It can cause dry eyes, it can cause light sensitivity, and inflammation to the eyes and the eyelids, right? Also, prednisone, which is a corticosteroid. In other terms, you know I like to break it down. In other terms, it's also used to suppress or treat inflammation. However, prednisone and other corticosteroids like that can cause cataracts and glaucoma, which are eye conditions and or eye diseases. So I just gave you guys, again, 3, which is a lucky number since it's March 3rd, 3 legal dope chemicals, compounds, and or drugs that people are out here taking on the streets, and it can be causing them to have some serious adverse effects to their eyes and cause them to have eye conditions and or diseases. So let's do a recap. Mad Scientist Monday recap. Every Monday, I give you guys some information. I put out there, I let you know that this is what we've been taught and it's false. So we got to relearn and retrain our minds, right? So Mad Scientist Monday, Mythbusters Monday. I said to you guys on Instagram that I put up a picture up here. I said that eating carrots will improve vision. And as you know, is that true or is that false? Let me know what you guys think here. I need your class participation now. This is where I need you guys to logically and analytically think like a chemist or like a scientist, and tell me, do you guys think that eating carrots will improve your vision? even if you don't follow everything I say, right? Even if you never tuned into a chemistry class, false. Yes, this is false. False. We're getting false. Okay. Anyone else in here think that maybe this is true? False. Okay. Okay. Well, I've got enough responses. Thank you, class. You know, I love that participation. Keep it up. All right. So carrots improving a person's eyesight, hybrid and starchy. Fine, you know you already on point. You know we gotta get everybody up to speed. So thank you. This is going to be my student helper in class today. Go ahead and shout out Chiffon Visionary Cuisine. Okay, if you're not following Chiffon Visionary Cuisine, go ahead and tap in. All right, she said hybrid and starchy. Wow, I wasn't even gonna go into all that today for you guys, but yes, go ahead. Yes, hybrid and starchy. Carrots improving a person's eyesight was a myth. But where did this myth come from, right? Is a propaganda campaign that began in World War II that said that carrots help soldiers shoot down German enemy planes at night to hide the fact that they were using the airborne interception radar technology. So this was actually the key for how the soldiers could see at night or in the nightshade, right? It was actually technology. It wasn't the carrots. But however, to throw the enemy off and to throw people off so that they don't know what actually is the call, what actually is helping them, they said, oh, the soldiers ate carrots, right? So that starts this false myth, this propaganda. So this propaganda leads to advertisements touting that carrots could help you see blackout, can help you see in blackout or at night. And carrots do not improve your vision or help you see in the dark. That is false. That was a myth. That was a myth. So eating carrots will improve your vision. That is an absolute myth. But why, you say, Professor Health? Why is that a myth? Well, you know what, class? You know, I'm glad you asked questions. I love the questions. Keep them coming. Keep them pouring in. Matter of fact, if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the IG where you can actually ask questions, or you can just put them in the comments. I'm actually watching, so I'll read them aloud and I'll answer them as much as I can. So going back to the Mad Scientist Monday recap, that eating carrots will improve your vision. Well, what do you know about carrots? Anyone in here can tell me what they know about carrots outside Chiffon saying that they are hybrid and starchy? What do we know about carrots? Because carrots, as a child, I ate carrots, right? I ate carrots. I love carrots. We were told that carrots are good for you. It will improve your vision. But how many people have been eating carrots all their life, can't see? Can't see, gotta wear glasses. How many of you may have been eating carrots all your life and you may not be able to see. If that's a person in here, go ahead and raise your hand. This is a non-judgmental zone. You're here today to learn how you can improve your vision or reverse that, right? So carrots do not exist in nature, okay? And when I say they do not exist in nature, that means that they were not put here by the universe and or by God, right? Corrine, okay, my girl, you got some poor vision? Okay, so we're going to help you today. This class is for you, baby. So carrots do not exist in nature. They are man-made, right? Meaning that someone has to go in there, engineer or breed this so-called vegetable or product, right? So that it can be produced. Meaning that in nature, a person doesn't have to go in and engineer the vegetable, the fruit, or the product, because nature will handle it on its own. That's the beautiful thing about nature and the beautiful thing about this universe, that there are things put here for us medicinally to use to help our bodies, which is what God or the universe gives us to provide to us, right? Your medicine can be your food, or your medicine can also cause you to have disease. I don't know about you, but I'd rather have my medicine I'd rather have my food be my medicine, right? So carrots are purported as a cross between, we learned this from Dr. Sebi. There's also others that have noted this, but I'm going to go ahead and note that Dr. Sebi taught us this, especially as a Sabian, that it's a purported cross between Queen's Anne lace and a wild yam. So basically, what happens is that you have a parent, or let's say one of vegetable, and you of a different variety, and you have another one of a different variety. you're going to cross them. And this is going to take place by man engineering this cross. This is what I say when I say it's not as man-made. It doesn't come from nature, right? And that's going to happen by what's called cross-pollination. If anyone as a kid or even as an adult, you've heard of pollination, you've heard of pollen, right? Especially in springtime, people who have those allergies, they can't stand the pollen, right? Well, the pollen is necessary to actually fertilize the plants or the fruits and vegetables to grow naturally during open pollination. That's when the wind or the nature happens or the bees come in. They take their pollen from the female plant to the male plant, help them fertilize. That's natural. That's by nature. Okay, that's called open pollination. But what happens with the carrot is the reverse. It's called cross pollination. So know that that means that that vegetable, fruit, or product is going to be hybrid, right? So what Siobhan touched on earlier, which I'll go into, is that when something is hybrid, when you take one plant of a different variety and another one of a different variety that would not normally fertilize or populate together, right? You're going to need something that's called a binder. That's going to be used as glue to help the actual hybrid grow. In this form that we're talking about carrots, is going to be that starch, right? So pollination is deliberately controlled by a breeder. If there's anything that you take away from today, please just note that cross-pollination is going to alert or be an indicator that this is not made by God. This is made by man, okay? And so, like I said, Dr. Sebi teaches us that hybrid products are acidic, meaning that anything that's made by universe or by God is going to be on the alkaline side, and anything that's on the acidic side is going to be not produced in nature, right? And acidity, from our first or second chemistry class, we talked about acidity. It causes cell membrane damage, inflammation, and mucus, right? So if you ever, outside of carrots, if you're one person that eats a lot of dairy products, a lot of milk, cheese, if you ever eat it and you start to feel like after eating it, not in a short term or long term, you become mucusy, right? It's because that acidity, right? That acidity is what's causing that. So that's what we talk about when we talk about acidity, right? Causing mucus inflammation with damage to cell membrane. So a question that my sister asked me already on YouTube is that, can your any type of eye disease naturally be reversed? Yes, it can be, or naturally restored. Yes, it can be. So path to eye disease reversal. Could it be that I can reverse eye disease and see? Yes, you can get yourself back to that state. However, this is going to require a certain type of discipline and willpower, right? It's going to mean that cutting out that acidity and those acidic foods that cause your eye damage in the first place, right? That's going to have to be strictly cut out and eliminated out of your diet. However, eye deterioration can be reversed, such as blindness, macular degeneration, diabetic retinopathy, hypertensive retinopathy. All these things or damage to the eye can be restored or reversed. Because cells can regenerate, right? Your cells are always regenerating. Like, let's take, for example, your skin. Your skin is always shedding, right? You cut yourself and you heal back up, right? Your cells are regenerating. Your kidney, your liver, if you cut a portion of your liver out, your liver can regenerate, right? Your kidney can regenerate. So your body has the ability to regenerate, right? Let me get back. I'll touch on that, Corrine, in a second. So your body has the ability to regenerate. So your eyes have the ability to regenerate and restore your eyesight as well. So this is a fun fact for anybody that doesn't know this, and everyone who knows me knows that I am a Sabian, right? Dr. Sabi cured blindness, and this is not any type of thing I'm making up. This is not a myth. This is all fact, right? This can be proven in his 1986 New York U.S. Supreme Court case. He has actually treated a person with blindness and restored their eyesight. So it is very possible. It can happen, right? But like I said, it's going to be a strict adherence to your food and your dietary habits and lifestyle. So Iron, what we talked about, that go-to mineral for the blood, right? It's also going to be the go-to mineral, like we stated before, that we discussed earlier in chemistry class, that iron also helps to regenerate cells. So keep in mind that the go-to mineral is going to be iron. That's what you need in your life. But you need iron in your life regardless of your eyes. You need iron for everything you do with your body. Why? Because it is the most magnetic mineral that there is, that's going to attract other minerals to it and actually help other minerals absorb more in your body. Okay. Selenium, potassium, iron, zinc, chromium are also other minerals for the eyes. We talked about iron, and they can assist with iron can assist with the absorption of these minerals. So dark leafy vegetables high in antioxidants and vitamin C and E can also strengthen the eyes. Vitamin A, because when we talk about carrots, people are like, carrots are full of vitamin A, which vitamin A is also known as retinol, which means in chemistry that there's an OH group or functional group that makes it an alcohol, which is why it's called retinol. Okay, but we don't want that vitamin A, and we know that vitamins are nothing without minerals. So you need the mineral in order for the vitamin to be any type of beneficial to the body. And when I say the vitamin, I'm talking about the vitamins you get naturally from your food sources, not from your over-the-counter vitamins. We talked about vitamins before. We talked about how they are synthetic, right? We don't want over-the-counter vitamins. We want to get our vitamins and our minerals from our food sources, the most natural sources we can get them from. So vitamin A is fat soluble. What does that mean? That means that fat will help vitamin A absorb better in the body. So if you're eating food or salad or whatever have you, adding some coconut oil, some olive oil, some grapeseed oil, some avocado oil will also help the absorption of vitamin A. And sources of vitamin A, just to throw out a few, cantaloupe, squash, mango, papaya. Okay, you get vitamin A from those sources. Chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is to the plant what iron is to the body. So it's so important, right? And chlorophyll can help build the immune system. It can help detoxify the body. It cleans the intestines or the colon. And what we know about the colon is that if there's something wrong with your eyes, if someone has something wrong with the eyes, whether it be eye vision, blurred vision, dry eye, whatever it is happening with the eyes, cataracts, glaucoma, we know that that is an indicator that something is going on in your colon. Something is going on there, right? Something isn't right. So you want to make sure that you are detoxing the body, you're cleaning that colon, and that will also help with reversing the eye disease or eye issues that you have, amongst the other things that you have to do as far as dieting and the minerals and vitamins that you're putting into your body, okay? Oh, we also know that with the eyes and it being connected to something being wrong with your colon, right? That there are at least, I believe there's more, but this is what health science is saying, that there's at least 10% of eye diseases that are caused in relation to gastrointestinal or any type of issues going on with the colon, such as irritable bowel syndrome, which is it can be a host of anything that's going wrong with the colon or the intestines or the digestive tract, right? The gastro-digestive tract. So irritable bowel syndrome, ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, these are things that are linked to having eye issues. So those gut diseases are linked to having eye issues. So that's why when I go back and I say making sure the colon or the intestines are clean, then your eyes, you'll start to see a change. So if there's something wrong with your eyes, there's something wrong with your gut, okay, your colon. Chlorophyll is also packed with minerals and vitamins. And where can we get, I cannot leave without telling you where you can get the sources from. So chlorophyll, where can we get it from? We can get it from callaloo, watercress, bladderwrack, wild arugula, dandelion green. Chlorophyll is actually what makes the plant green. It's also noted as being the pigment, right? The green pigment that makes them green. Like postnasal drip. Let me get back to that question. So chlorophyll. And also, I cannot leave without telling you guys about the other herbs that are necessary for helping your eyes, right, or improving your vision naturally. There is an herb called Eyebrite, right? Eyebrite. So Eyebrite you will use in an eye wash. And you will use this to clean your eyes. It will be used as an eye wash. It will be used to clean your eyes, right? So if you're having any issues and you naturally want to try some natural remedies, Eyebrite, bilberry or bilberries. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Or bilberries. There's also another one that I really hate to pronounce. It is such a tongue twister. Progesa. I think that's how I say it. Progesa. I'm probably chopping that up, but it's a Honduran herb, so I know I'm not pronouncing it right. But I'll spell it out for you. Prodigiosa. That is good for the eyes, right? Especially with cataracts or glaucoma. So I want to give a big shout out and love and support to Eat, Live, Not to Die, because they did cover eyes before, and it was so great that I learned so much from it. So just for their unwavering alkaline education, I want to give a shout out to them. So thank you so much. Thank you to everyone coming into the room. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing your screen. So that was chemistry class, and we did go over the presentation. However, I'm going to try and answer these questions. So let me get to you guys, and I can stop sharing this screen. Okay, so let's see what we have in here. Spell it again. You know what? I don't even know how to pen thing. Let me see. How do you pen stuff? Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me go back and I'm going to spell it for you guys. Prodigiosa. Somebody gonna have to tell me how to pin stuff in here, because I definitely don't know how to do it. Okay. I don't see that option in here to pin anything. It may say share. Let's see if I can share something. No. Okay. I have to figure out another day. But I did put it into the comments, so let's see what else we're being asked. Ask me to spell it again. Eyebrite. Someone asked about Eyebrite. Yes, it is a herb. You can purchase it from I don't believe Herb Co is selling it anymore. They discontinued it. Try using Mountain Rose Herbs. They might have Eyebrite. But you would need to get the actual rinsing cup so that you can use it to rinse your eyes with. I'm pretty sure you can find that on Amazon. You can find anything on Amazon. Someone asked about hydrocolonics, in my opinion. I am not a supporter or proponent of colonics because during that time frame, when you go to get a colonic and they're sticking the tube up your rectum or anus, and they're going to force water up in there to pull out what's in there, right? So during that time, or that colonic is like basically going against the grain, and you don't want to go against the grain. So you have in your rectum with just like no, never mind. So you have in your intestines where there is a portion of it that's cut off, right? So you don't want to enter into that space. Your colon is meant for everything to come out, right? It's everything to go in this direction. Naturally, there isn't anything that's supposed to be inserted or go up into it. That's unnatural, right? So you're going against the grain. So basically, you're pushing toxins, toxic things, or hazardous material up into a space that is protected. So no, I do not agree with hydrocolonus. If you want to flush out your intestines or your colon, you can do that naturally. There is something called, what is that daggone herb? I'm forgetting right now. Cascara sagrada. That's a good one. It's very bitter too. It's disgusting to taste. But if you can drink brown alcohol, you can drink Cascara sagrada. There's also another one, rhubarb. What's the other one? My mind escapes me right now. I can't think of it. Psyllium husk. That's a mild laxative. Also, strawberry leaf. Strawberry leaf is a mild laxative, or helps the digestive system, helps foods go ahead and pull from your digestive system when you eat and make them flow out. So those are good. So Cascara sagrada, strawberry leaf, psyllium husk, rhubarb. Those are things that can be used to clean the colon naturally. If I'm missing any questions, I'm scrolling up. Please share. Yes, thank you. I could not. Dr. Savi's son has amazing eye wash. I use it. It has Eyebrite. Oh, great. Oh, yes. Okay. Dr. Savi's son. I definitely do support that brother right there. I think he's the real deal. So Shafan has shared, excuse me if I'm chopping up your name. Shafan has shared at Dr. Savi's son has an amazing eye wash, and she uses it. So if you can scroll up the comments, you can see the actual handle. Let me go ahead and share it here. Cascara sagrada. We have psyllium husk. We have rhubarb. We have a strawberry leaf. I put them into the comments. Shafan has actually shared sea moss. Sea moss is a go-to for a great multi-mineral. So it's great for everything. Yes, it will also clean the intestine and colon as well. Let's see what else we've been asked. Do having sinus issues also contribute to poor vision, like post-nasal drip? Let me write that down. That's a great, oh my God. I love it when you guys come with these great questions. Also contribute to poor vision, like post-nasal drip. Not that I am aware of, Shafan, but that's not to say that it cannot occur. I would need to do a little bit more research regarding that, because not for my studies have I ran into any type of information or education about sinus issues and linked to being poor vision. But not to say that it can't happen. What I will do is I love these questions that when I don't have the answer to them, I don't want to give you like, oh, just randomly say something, make something up. I do go and I do the research, and I reach back out to you and I answer that question. So thank you for some homework. I will get back to you on that. I do eye exercises, learn from Dr. Layla Africa sometimes. Eye exercises are great, especially if you have eye conditions already, and especially if you're one that constantly is looking at the computer screen, the phone screen, which is most of us, because everything we do has to involve a computer screen, a phone screen, the TV. So yes, You do not want to, that's like your child sitting in front of the TV all day, every day, and that's all they do is watch TV. That's probably why there are a lot of eye diseases, eye conditions, eye problems that children have up to the age 1 to 18. So you want to make sure that you are refocusing your eyes on something else every, let's say, 20 minutes or so, right? Because you don't want to continuously have your eyes looking at that blue light. So that's not something that you want your eyes to get accustomed to. And in this world, it's like we don't really have a choice. There's not a lot of options. So make sure that you are trying to limit your time as much as you can with your interaction with the computer screen, the TV screen, the phone screen. Oh, let me go back. I'm sorry, YouTube, if you guys are still on here. I'm back. So I didn't have you guys up, so I'm back. So let's see. Is there anybody that had any questions on YouTube? So we talked about vision being restored naturally, reversing eye disease or eye condition. And yes, blood. Okay, so Sissy, thank you for your participation. I see that you were responding. Blood, false. Yes, it is a myth. I don't think there are any other questions that I did not get to. Oh, yep. Also learned from Dr. Africa. Ron, go ahead and put in here what you learned from Dr. Layla Africa about any type of eye exercises. Also heard sun gazing without glasses helps too with strengthening eyes. That's, that is so outside of what modern science will tell you, right? And we know that modern science, I call it modern science because it's so far attached from what we were naturally and what our bodies need naturally. Modern science is just all over the place as far as pharmaceuticals and animal research and all that. Anyways, so modern science will tell you that actual sun rays will damage the eye, right? That's what modern science will tell you. Modern science will tell you that the actual sun rays of the sun will damage the eye. That's what it says. I cannot say that I am in agreement with that. Also heard sun gazing without glasses helps too with strengthening the eyes. I would go on a limb and say that I would probably support that. I would probably support that. I definitely would not support the fact that modern science is saying that the sun will damage the eye when the sun is actually one of the most important things in the universe that gives us vitamin D, gives us our energy, which is a big reason why people during the winter months hibernate. They don't want to come out. They lose energy. They may lose focus because they're lacking that sunlight. They're lacking that vitamin D, right? That vitamin D is what you need. So I am not going to be one that says that it is going to damage your eye or is going to cause you to have adverse effects when it comes to your sight or eyes. Ricky, sun gazing strengthens my vision. Okay. All right, Ricky. So I'm going to jump out there and say that you have some eye conditions or eye problems. If you care to share, please let us know. 100% Chiffon. Okay. Please let us know if you care to share. This is a no judgment zone because you said that sun gazing strengthens your vision. So I would just want to know personally how that helps you or what's going on with you so that you can lend some advice, or I can go ahead and tell the people so that they can know. Awesome. Thank you. You're so welcome, Chiffon Visionary Cuisine. We have to connect and do some cross marketing. We have to chop it up because I've been on your page, and let me tell you, girl, I'm loving it. So if there are any other questions, let me see if I need to leave you guys with any other gems. I will tell you that I love the support. Please keep the support coming. I do this for people. I do this for the streets, right? I am your chemist. I am not your average dope dealer. I am out here dealing dope to the streets. I want you guys to help me pull in all the people that you know so that they can get this dope information that I'm giving out here, okay? So share this information, like, share, and subscribe if you're on the YouTube page. If you are on the Instagram page, please share, share, share. I do update content daily and weekly. Make sure that you are saving that content, you're sharing that content, you're reposting that content. Assistant needs all your help and support. And thank you so much for all that you have done, all the support and love that you have lended. I appreciate it so, so much. So if there aren't any other questions or anybody want to drop some gems or share some knowledge. Okay, Ricky. Hold on, Ricky. I'm going to get to your comment. Okay, thank you. So Ricky says that he has blurry vision, and the Eyebrite herb that we discussed definitely helps, along with the exercises and sun gazing as well. So there you have it. We have firsthand experiment that Ricky has told us about that works for him. So he has blurry vision. The Eyebrite that we discussed is the herb that we discussed in here, used for eye wash for the eyes. He says he used that and it helps him. And also along with those eye exercises from Dr. Layla Africa, and the sun gazing helps as well. So there you have it. Try the sun gazing. You can try those eye exercises, and definitely try the Eyebrite. On all the other herbs that I mentioned in here earlier, I've noted them to the comments, but I will, when we get off of this live, go ahead and drop that in the actual Instagram, and I'm going to put that into the commentary in the YouTube page, so you have that information when you need to go back and get it. So it's been a pleasure as always. I'd like to have your ass back in chemistry class next week. Not sure exactly what the topic is going to be. I may touch on kidneys. I think I'm gonna touch on kidneys. So we'll go to kidneys for next week for Kidney Awareness Month in March. Thank you. I love you guys. Professor Health is signing off, and have your ass in chemistry class next week. Peace. Come on, tap on in here. Everyone check. Hello.
Well, did you know that I was on YouTube?
No.
So what did I mean, I watched the whole thing.
Are you did?
On YouTube, because I can't do it on my phone because I have to, I don't know what my Google password is and stuff like that. I don't remember that. So, and then I don't like watching it on a little small screen either. Because I can hear you say people coming in because I heard you shout out to Brenda and Key and people like that, but I didn't hear you say me, so you couldn't see that I was on the YouTube.
Watching I was shouting people out from my Instagram, not from the YouTube.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. So that's how I found it. I found it on my own how to get in it. See?
Thank God. What do you think?
Well, it's pretty good. I just couldn't get past the lipstick. I'm not a fan of that color on you.
No, I really don't care about that. I'm asking you about what you think about the class.
I'm telling you, I'm coming from Mother's Point of View. So okay, what you don't care about?
What do you think about the class?
I thought your class was great. Yeah.
What did you learn?
That carrots would never get solved anything. But I understand. I learned about the different herbs and the things, all the different things that work for you. You know, that I guess I have to say because I'm going to try to eat more cantaloupe. I know that for sure. And detoxing and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, all your classes use an
hour? It never really goes over an hour, so an hour under.
Yeah, because I would say I wouldn't go past an hour because I'm even go up in there because I'm hungry, you know. So this maybe people's dinner time and stuff like that. So I don't know, you know, but I thought it was very informative. I think you did a great job.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Who's talking about my lipstick? Okay. Well, I'm trying to get it up on my Instagram now. I'm mad because I don't know what the hell.
Okay. Well, I gotta go to the bathroom and then I'm on my way to upstairs get my dinner on because I have to make sure I eat tonight because I go get blood work tomorrow. So I gotta make sure that I don't go past, past 12 o'clock. All I can do is just the water.